Welcome to Family in Flux, a special series from Off the Beaten Couch. I'm Bonnie Adams, and over the next several episodes, we're taking an honest, compassionate, and in-depth look at how addiction transforms the very fabric of our relationships. You've heard me say addiction isn't just something that happens to just one person. It doesn't occur in a vacuum. It's a force that ripples through families, friendships, and entire communities. Roles shift, boundaries blur, and sometimes the people that we love most become unrecognizable. We find ourselves acting in ways we never would have expected. In this series, we're going beyond labels and blame. We'll explore how each relationship, parent, sibling, partner, friend, or child, adapts and changes, and how classic family roles like the enabler, the hero, the scapegoat, the lost child, and the mascot emerge and evolve. Most importantly, we'll talk about how healing looks for everyone in the system, not just the person struggling with addiction. We'll draw from harm reduction, craft, SMART goals, and the latest in psychodynamic and biopsychosocial research. You'll hear real stories, expert insights, and actionable steps you can take no matter where you fit in the family system. This is a space for openness, honesty, and support. No blame, no shame, just understanding, growth, and hope. Today, we're going to start at the center with the person who's experiencing addiction. If you're listening and you're the one using substances, or you love someone who is, I want you to know that you are more than your struggles. Addiction is complex, and it doesn't define your worth or your capacity for change. When addiction enters a family, it transforms the entire system. Decades ago, family therapist Sharon Wegscheider-Cruse introduced the idea that families adapt to addiction by unconsciously taking on certain roles, like the addict, the enabler, the hero, the mascot, and the lost child. These roles, which you may recognize in your own family, are ways people try to cope with the chaos and uncertainty that addiction brings. Let's explore what it feels like to be at the center of the storm, how these family dynamics shift around you, and what you can do to heal, seek support, and invite your loved ones into a healthier dynamic. Let's consider the substance user's perspective. Addiction's isolating, overwhelming, and sometimes hopeless. You might notice family members walking on eggshells, relationships becoming strained, or people taking on new roles like the fixer, the peacekeeper, or the one who pulls away. You may feel guilt, shame, or anger, not just about your use, but about how it's affecting everybody else. Maybe you want to change, but the pressure and the expectations, or even the fear of letting go, can make it feel impossible. It's important to remember that these patterns didn't start overnight, and we're not going to change them overnight. Compassion for yourself and for your family is the first step. Now, how do family dynamics shift? When addiction is present, the entire family adapts. Some members step in to help or cover up. Others may withdraw or lash out or try to save you. These roles, like the enabler, the scapegoat, the hero, the mascot, the lost child, are ways your loved ones try to cope with uncertainty and pain. But these adaptations, while understandable, can keep everyone stuck. The focus shifts from open connection to crisis management. Communication often becomes reactive or shuts down altogether. Recognizing these patterns is empowering. It's not about blame. It's about understanding the system so you can start to change it. Your substance use didn't happen in a vacuum. From a psychodynamic perspective, it may be connected to deeper wounds like trauma, loss, or unmet emotional needs. The biopsychosocial model reminds us that genetics, mental health, environment, and relationships all play a role. So ask yourself, what am I hoping to feel or avoid feeling when I use? How have stress, family dynamics, or past experiences shaped my relationship with substances? What needs am I trying to meet? And are there other ways to meet them? Self-reflection, therapy, or even honest journaling can help start to untangle these threads. Here's where hope lives. Change is possible, and you don't have to do it alone. Here are some steps that you can take that are rooted in craft, smart recovery, and harm reduction. Shame keeps us stuck, and compassion moves us forward. Remind yourself that needing help is human. Practice self-kindness. Remind yourself that you're worthy of support and change. Remember, SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So a specific goal could be, I'll reach out for help this week. I'll reach out to a support group this week. Measurable would look like, I'll track my substance use for the next 7 days. Achievable would look like, I'll reduce my use by 1 day this week. Relevant might look like, I want to feel more connected to my family. Time-bound could look like, I'll review my progress every Sunday. Start small. Progress over perfection. If abstinence feels overwhelming, focus on safer use. Avoid using alone. Use clean supplies and know your source and dose. Make a safety plan for overdose or crisis and share it with someone you trust. When you're ready, have honest conversations with your family. You can say things like, this is really difficult for me to talk about, but I want you to know I'm trying. Or, here's what helps me feel supported and here's what doesn't. Invite your family to share their feelings too, without blame. Seek professional and peer support. Therapy, especially trauma-informed or addiction-specialized, can help you process deeper issues. Peer support groups like Smart Recovery or harm reduction circles offer non-judgmental spaces. If you're not ready for a group, consider online forums or anonymous helplines. So some additional resources for when you're ready to get started. Smart Recovery offers free meetings, both in person and online. They also have tools and worksheets for people seeking change at their own pace, and you can find those at smartrecovery.org. You can also call the SAMHSA National Helpline at 1-800-662-HELP. It's free, confidential, there's 24/7 support, as well as referrals for substance use and mental health treatment. You can contact the Harm Reduction Coalition at harmreduction.org. There you can find information for safer use, overdose prevention, and finding local harm reduction services. Therapist directories like Psychology Today or local community mental health resources for trauma-informed, addiction-specialized therapists. If you're listening and you're struggling, know that you are not alone and you're not broken. Addiction is a complex response to pain, stress, and unmet needs, but it's not the end of your story. Healing starts with honesty, with yourself and with those around you. Every small step, every honest conversation, every act of self-care is a move towards a healthier, more connected life. And if you're a family member or a friend listening, remember, your loved one's journey is their own, but your support rooted in compassion, boundaries, and understanding can make a world of difference. In our next episode, we'll explore the perspectives of the enabler, the reluctant protector, and how that role shifts, adapts, and can move toward healing. Thank you for joining me for Family in Flux. If this episode resonated, share it, leave a comment, or reach out. Let's keep this open, blame-free community together.